us and the collaboration we're going to have going forward.
No better way to communicate to your audience.
How do we grow strategically now that we've gotten the right path forward? Awesome. Hey, everybody. Todd Schroth here, Agents Who Win. I'm excited to have our team member, Patra James, here. We are approaching the holidays, so I'm excited to, with the end of the year, talking about team members and teams and new agents jumping into the business. And obviously, we want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving next week. So, Patra, wanted to dive in with you and just really first say thank you for jumping in and doing this with me. It's excited to get our team involved in the show and understand, their involvement in the business and everything and kind of what's leading them on the right direction, why us, why teams, etc. So again, thank you for being here and participating on this Friday for this.
Thank you, Todd, for having me.
Perfect. So I wanted to just dive in with some questions. What's your favorite part about being a real estate agent?
It's so many great things. Where do I start? I say the people first.
Okay.
So many people, from the clients to your business partners to your vendors to everybody in the business. It's a people person kind of business. So I say that first.
Okay.
The opportunities that come with the business, it's endless. So I would say that. And then you can structure, you can take getting into the business and building a whole business, a whole empire, whole legacy.
Right. I love that, the empire legacy.
Yes.
With this. So you mentioned structure. What do you mean by structure?
Oh, just running the whole business itself. It's more than just being an agent.
Okay.
So it's actually a legit business running it. It's so I say that.
You get that license and you're a business owner.
For sure. It's different. So you're no longer W-2, 9 to 5.
Right.
It's different. So it's all on you.
You got to create your structure. So I wanted to back up a little bit. Give me a little bit of background on yourself. How long you've been in the business and what got you into real estate. And I know you and Liddell have some rental property, which is pretty cool. So give me some background there.
Okay. I've been in real estate for about 2 years, going on 3.
Okay. Awesome.
Obviously, as you mentioned, Liddell and I have our rental property, so on the investing side, but been in the whole industry for about that long. But I got into the business because my mentor, she's a family friend. She's a very successful investor, and she introduced me to the real estate business. She's been in it for about 11 years.
Okay.
So I got to Florida. I'm from California, but I got to Florida, and she's been doing it ever since I've been here. So I've been watching her, seeing her growth and where she is today. She's built something great for herself. So that's how I got introduced to it. I got into the agent side from wanting to know a little bit more into the business on a different side.
So you bought the rental properties prior to even having your license?
Correct.
Perfect. I love that, because it's like people think, well, I'm going to get my license, I'll go buy rentals and, and have all that. But you're starting out. And so I think having the rental property and actually owning property and having to work on it and do things and deal with tenants, it's a lot of fun. I don't care if you're low income, high income, they're all a pain in the butt.
Exactly.
But just knowing that side of it, because as you're showing houses, you can talk about the properties a little bit more. And, even if you're working with investors, what to buy, what not to buy, what to look for in homes. Because even on rentals, things break every day for some reason when they don't in our own home. So, you almost learn how to fix a house or build a house, having a rental property.
Totally true. 100%, Todd.
So I love the mentor side of things. How did you get attracted to the mentor and following kind of in her footsteps? I know she's a family friend, but how did you want to latch onto that mentor to find the success that you're doing?
Oh my goodness, she latched onto me.
That's awesome.
She latched onto me, and since I was, 18.
Okay.
Just like, I want to show you, this is how you do it. And she's been grabbing me by the hand forever, teaching me. Now she does flips. So she's bought a property on accident, just happened to be, but she needed to start from the ground up. So she had to tear the whole house down. So.
Oh, geez. Okay.
A
That's
learning
definitely
lesson.
that's a true flip. We're basically
Exactly.
from the ground up.
That's how she did it. I was actually, it's a blessing that I
Yeah.
got introduced to the business. It just so happened I was doing hospitality in hospitality industry.
Okay.
So
Which
working
is a
in,
lot different, but I think they kind of tie into each other as well with just kind of the customer service side.
oh, for sure. You get a lot
Yeah.
of people who are mad. It's different real estate, their
Yeah.
homes, but people come in mad.
Yeah.
People talk to you bad. So same
Well,
thing.
if you can handle those customers at the front desk or whatever you did in hospitality and deal with the customers today in the real estate side, because there's the 30 to 45 days or longer that we're with them, let's just talk contract to close. It is an emotional roller coaster. And the 30 to 45 days we're with them before we actually get to contract, it's the same thing, especially in today's market with the ups and downs of, hey, we got an offer up, didn't get it, so on and so forth. Or how many offers do we need to get to write, going from there.
Right.
So let's dive back in. So we talked about, one of my questions is kind of what motivates you. And I think you've kind of answered that, is just like getting that path and finding that mentor, and she's kind of pushed you some of that way. Is that correct? Kind of answer that?
For sure. For
Okay.
sure. And he,
Cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Okay. So getting into real estate, before you joined us, were you interviewing a bunch of offices? How did you choose to go the team model? And did you interview a bunch of offices? Did you interview teams? Kind of how did you find that path there?
I did interview with 2 other teams. The
Okay.
brokerage I had in mind.
Okay.
EXP has always been a strong, I didn't know how strong, but I knew they had something special other than the standard Keller Williams. And I knew I wanted to take my direction other than going to the different other brokerages, not to name call any other brokerages.
Right. Or brokerage centric, as we call it.
Right. But I knew EXP was different, so I knew I definitely wanted to go towards that. So I did interview with other teams, but
Okay.
um, I did know a team member on Liz that we have
Yep.
that is still on the team today, and
Yes.
she's great. She's had great success. So
Yes.
that's how I came to and really knew my decision was right.
Okay.
Liz.
Well, it's always good when you've got someone that's in the team that's already working and having success, and you can kind of see if you can follow what they're doing and have the same thing. It'll be perfect.
Perfect.
So when you were looking at the brokerages, what were you trying to define inside of a team when you were picking somebody?
Besides the brokerage?
Yeah. Besides the brokerage, let's just say the brokerage doesn't play a part of it. Diving into teams, what were you looking for when you were joining a team? And besides knowing somebody on the team?
Well, I would say the knowledge,
Okay.
because you can join a team, but does the leader have the knowledge? Do they have experience? Do they have the passion? What has their past years, looked like in the business? So I took all that into play. There was
Okay.
other leaders that had experience, but you've been hustling for a long time, Todd, and it shows. So
I appreciate that.
of course, the knowledge is extensive, and I've been on the team a year coming up,
Yep.
and I wouldn't have known the things that I know and the opportunities and doors that I've gotten into if it wasn't for joining your team and you specifically. So,
Perfect. Well, I appreciate that.
of
So,
course.
what are some of the most rewarding experiences that you've had on the team so far, or in your real estate career in general?
The most, say that again. The
What are
most,
some of the most rewarding experiences you've had being on a team, or let's just even talk about in your career in general?
okay, I would say being on a team and my overall in my business, I would
Yeah.
say finding my niche,
Okay.
because I found my niche quick, and that is because being on a team and being on your team.
So, and I like that, finding the niche, because, in this business, there can be so many different, I mean, we all have the squirrel effect. The dogs run, all of a sudden squirrels this way. Like our dogs, we walk them every morning, and I swear, cars this way. I mean, if they see another dog, the one just keeps walking, the other one is just constantly going across, trying to get across the street. And so it's, finding your niche and keeping the path forward is going to keep you successful, whether you're on a team or an individual agent, because there's so many different avenues of the business that like you can't be successful at everything. It's called like the jack of all trades, master of none. Be the jack of all, master of one, and be successful in that. So let me ask you this. What is your niche that you found that you want to go forward, the path forward on?
Can I give you two?
Mm-hmm.
Two is
More
doable,
two
right?
niches. Huh?
Okay. I said two is doable, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. More than two is doable, but we want to find that the successful one, and then you're always going to have those other like avenues underneath.
Okay. So let's say this. I found my niche quick, and I love it, and that is doing a lot of vacant land new construction.
Okay. Yes, you are crushing that.
That is something that I have a huge passion for. A lot of people have love for listings, and they have love, for the buyers and first-time home buyers. But I have a certain love and care for the clients that want to build or have never, thought about building.
Right.
That experience it's awesome.
Okay. Cool.
It's awesome.
Cool.
It's awesome. So, and then I feel like my second one, it would be luxury, but I would say vacant land, new construction, because that can be endless.
It can, and you're doing good on that path, because it takes, I would say 6 to 9 months, but more like 6 to 9 years to build this right now because of the lack of supply of material.
Correct.
But you're with the client for 6 to 9 months, and you've got to, like, you don't just write the contract and then you're done, and then they deal with the builder. You still got to be an intermediary between them through the entire process.
Right.
So, and you're crushing new construction right now with especially the subdivision that we're selling. So, kudos to you there.
Thank you.
And bringing the people, when I ask, hey, what's going on with this guy? Yep, we're still working. He's getting out these little details worked out, and working with the builder and working with the lender, getting the plans done and designed and everything.
Right.
So there's definitely a lot of stuff going on there for you, and we respect that. Now it's like, how do we take that niche and let's bring it outside of the neighborhood? Let's go find spot lots and buyers and market those.
Yes, that's true.
So we want to expand on that niche somehow, and we'll definitely sit down and talk about that.
Okay.
I wanted to talk on, what do you think are some of the most important things agents to look for in a brokerage or a team as you're doing your interviews?
Make sure that the culture matches your personality first. I would say that.
Okay.
Look into what their beliefs are. Talk to the agents, talk to the leaders, and make sure that their goals match your goals.
Yep.
I would say that's a second. And asking them questions, interview them. It's your business. So take it serious. Ask them questions. Go in there. They're interviewing you to join the team, but it's your business, longevity. So ask them questions, interview them. I guess that would be it. Really?
When I first got started in this business, I was asking my mom, I'm like, hey, I need to do a resume. Can you guys help me with that? Because I've never had a job where I've actually had to fill a resume out. I mean, I was doing computer sales and then Disney, washing dishes at Disney prior to that. And then as like 19 years old, we're getting into real estate. So it's like never had that, that where I've had to do a resume before. So as I'm getting my license, because I did like yourself, got the investments going first when I was early age, and then got into the sales side. So I'm like, well, 25, I need to go get my my resume done. I don't know. I mean, it's basically, I worked for myself for 7 years. What else do I need to put? But because they're not interviewing you, you're interviewing them. So as I'm interviewing you on questions, you need to be counteracting me with some questions as well. And I appreciate when people do that, because it means that they're just not like, hey, where can I find the next opportunity? You're looking for the longevity there. And that's actually a very good thing. The top questions of, what do you want your team growth to look like? Where do I fit into this in the future? So on and so forth. If you're a 2-person team, it could be great. It could be small, but are you trying to be a 2-person team with no systems to become a 20-person team? Or are you a 2-person team with systems to become a 20-person team?
Yes.
So I love the answer there. And then let's see, what else we want to dive into. What activities are you doing every day to go to your path for success? Like, what do you wake up? What's your daily routine and stuff?
Daily routine, waking up. I've started a new thing to go out on my patio and do some stretching.
Nice.
But ideally, waking up about 5:30, 6 o'clock, stretching, eat if I'm not too busy on a run, but checking my emails, doing lead generation, and then I take my afternoon and meet with my clients, set appointments. That's
Okay.
ideal. That's my ideal and what I stick to.
So what does your day look like in the mornings? Let's say 9 to 12. Or you have like an hour for lead gen, like hour for calls, hour for emails, and I have the chaotic version of, hey, my email's open all day, which I need to get away from that. Because you're on your phone, it's like you constantly see the stuff. But I probably get 1,000 emails a day, and 990 of them are junk that I just trying to keep cleared out. But it's one thing I've learned is I need to shut that out so I can focus. So let's talk about your lead gen. What does your follow-up process look like?
I try weekly. I'm doing attempting to connect with them 2 times a week to my buyers that I'm actively working with.
Okay.
If I'm actively showing them houses and we're actively putting in offers, I'm contacting them daily.
Okay.
Monthly is the ones before we have our amazing team member Christian came along.
Yeah.
I was doing follow-up with monthly with a lot of clients, especially that weren't getting connections, but I do them monthly, weekly, daily.
Okay. Perfect.
And I don't have a lot of clients calling me because I'm always calling them.
Okay. Good.
And they appreciate that. And if I do fall and I don't call them for like a day or two, they're like, hey, we missed you. Where are you? I'm like, well, okay, well, it's nice to know that you look forward to my calls. So I do that.
Well, and I think it's just little points of check-in. So like we've had a couple of events recently where we thought buyers were gone, and like we quit calling, and all of a sudden, let's just put them on our list to drop a boo basket off, or invite them to a pie event. All of a sudden the buyer's back. And so now it's like you can start connecting with that person again.
Yeah.
And just finding that little touch point, to get people back into play. So what inspired you to become a real estate agent? I know it was your mentor. I mean, did you ever, I know you were in hospitality before. Did you want to make a career change, or you just saw this as an opportunity forward?
Well, I've always, as a young girl, knew entrepreneurship was ahead of me in my life.
Okay.
I knew working, not that it's not a great thing because that's a hustle in itself, working a 9 to 5, but I knew that wasn't for me. So for a while, I just needed to find what industry and what I was going to do to build my business, my brand. It just happened to be real estate, but the agent side came about once you get into real estate, you can fall into anywhere. Once you just open one door, it can go anywhere. So that's how the agent side came about. I actually started studying in 2019. It just happened to be that I passed the test and I was starting, that we just fell into this pandemic. So
welcome to the team. Here's your opportunity. Guess what? The opportunities all ran away.
Right. But it's been great. It's been great because it's been fast paced. So it's like you have to learn all this stuff quick. You don't have the time to wait. So
right.
But the agent side came to just learning another side of the business, and to feed my mind what I needed to know. So
as we wrap up, a couple questions I have are, we're going into the winter months. Obviously I don't want to say feast or famine, but going into a new market next year, and hopefully we're in a new market where it's like we're not writing 22 offers on each buyer, so on and so forth. What advice can you give new agents today coming in to the market? And then what advice can you give agents in general going into the market coming up?
In general, and then in the market coming up, I would say.
So new agents coming in right now, because everyone else is still getting their license. They're all like, hey, I'm a real estate agent now. I've got my own business. Oh, wait, I got to spend $1,500 to get the MLS, so on and so forth. What advice would you give those people that are just graduating from real estate school?
I would say take the time, not take your time, but take the time to fully educate yourself. Get connected with everyone you can in the business. So you start with getting connected with people in the office, at a real estate, get connected with lenders, talk to them, builders, talk to them, and just really getting connected with everybody in the industry to get to know, because it could be foreign, all the words and just the way the business works. So I would say really get connected with any and everybody you can to learn.
Okay.
And know that it will all come into play. Everything will all work out.
I want to say overeducate is always better than undereducate, because the more, I like to learn a lot. I call myself a conference junkie, where I want to go to every conference I can. One, to meet agents, connect for more referrals. Yes. That's how I built my national referral business. But at the same time, there's people that are teaching things that I want to learn. And I may never use it, but I have the knowledge, and I've, again, a jack of all trades, master of none, but I have the information on if I ever want to go down that new construction path or the probate path or, whatever it is, we've got the information about it. So if I want to create the next opportunity coming around, I want to add two more things that you've talked on there for the new agents coming in. Find your path, quickly. Don't spend 6 months trying to learn everything, because as you say, go in and get started. Just jump in. Don't try to master the contract. Don't try to. That's what we're here for, as team leaders and brokers. Leverage people the best you can, and let your family, friends, and sphere know that you're a real estate agent. Because if you do that and let them know you're partnered along with, if you're not on a team, you're at a brokerage, with X people, they're your business partners. Because if you don't make money, they don't make money. And let them know you're partnered with these people if they're concerned about the new agent status. I have never sold a house. You leverage your history of what you did before, and use that to get into your friends and family and sphere, because those are the ones who are going to get you your first opportunity. Unless you're going to become a leads person, dumping tens of thousands of dollars a month down the toilet, waiting for that phone to ring for that first buyer that wants to pop out. Mm-hmm. So, that's the things I want to add on there. Yeah. The next question is, what do you see? What are you forecasting going into next year as far as the market? What do you suggest people do, to get themselves lined appropriately?
Agents or people?
Agents going into 2022. Yes. We expect to see a market not shift, but where it's not like I can walk in the house and say, here, sign here, give me your listing and blah, blah, blah. We're expecting to come into a balanced market.
Coming up, yes, I would agree. Yep. Get prepared, get educated on the market, what it is now, because it is changing. Get educated on what it could potentially look like. And that's all. That's what I would say to that for sure, because it is changing for sure.
Yep.
You can already see that in the last 2 months.
Yeah, I feel like we're in some normal, I want to say seasonal cycles, but normally we're busy in December because people are trying to close for the end of the year. Our phones and leads have kind of come to a crawl. We're still busy, but not like we'd usually be. Yes. Not even like last year, 2019, 2018. It's just weird. So I don't know what people are waiting for, but rates are still low, and it's you got to keep marketing yourself. I think I want to add on to advice for agents out there. Going into next year, push as much video as you can or content on you can as your social media, and about what's going on, about rates going up, about new listings that are popping around, and show people why now is a good time versus let's wait till the summer or spring or fall of next year. Kind of pushing forward on that. Patra, I do appreciate you jumping on today, everybody. We're doing the show Why the Team Model Works, because it's good for new agents to jump into a group versus becoming the Lone Ranger. And I want to hear from other team members to see why they join teams and how it's working for them, what their future looks like. Patra, any final words you can offer our agents that are watching this?
If you want to take your business serious, if you want to excel and learn information at a fast pace, because a team can help you do that, I highly recommend. A team will show you the ropes that being a Seagull agent cannot.
Yep. No, you've got more resources at your hands to do that stuff. So,
That's
guys,
right.
appreciate y'all. Patra, thanks for being here today. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving, and we will see. We're no show next week. We're gonna go Black Friday shopping. Just kidding. I don't do that.
Really? Why not?
Why?
That's true.
Why stand in line for 4 hours to save $100 on
Cyber
a
Monday.
TV?
Cyber Monday.
Even better. That's our plan.
Yes.
Sit online and we're going to crash the office computers.
Exactly.
So we will see you guys after Thanksgiving. Patra, again, thank you for being here. And we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.